Hello, I'm Masayuki Hayashi, President of Himi Agricultural Heritage Promotion Council. Himi City is located at the Noto Peninsula in the northwestern part of Toyama Prefecture. Migratory fish moving southward along the coast of Honshu are blocked by the Noto Peninsula, which makes Toyama Bay good fishing grounds. Using this geographical advantage, our predecessors have engaged in fishing with set nets called Teichi Ami for over 400 years. While living on catching fish, the fishermen have developed the society, economy, and culture in their communities as well. Today, set net fishing has spread all over Japan and contributes to the world through technical cooperation. We want more people to know that set net fishing is a truly sustainable fishing method. Spreading between the Noto Peninsula and the Tateyama mountain range, Toyama Bay is characterized by its steep marine terrain. The bay quickly becomes very deep with a maximum depth of over 1,000 meters. The offshore of Himi City has better formed continental shelves than other parts of Toyama Bay. There are many steep-sided valleys that incised into the continental shelf, which are called fuke. Fuke is a passage for fish and therefore a good fishing grounds. Set nets are installed on the side of fuke. The set nets consist of a main body net that catches fish, and a guide net that leads fish moving along the coast into the enclosing net. Fish have a habit of turning to offshore once they bump into the net. So, fish are naturally led to the net. Fishermen wait for fish to enter the net. In Himi, set net fishing has been practiced for more than 400 years. There are old records about set net fishing. Set net, called daiami in the Edo period, was made of straw and had a simpler structure with a wide opening. Due to its wide entrance, fish could easily go in and out through it. A good fishing net makes it easy for fish to enter but difficult to escape. In the early Taisho period, in order to remedy this flaw, Hachiro Ueno, the head of the fishermen's group in Nodora, invented a new type of net. It is called Ueno type Daibo-ami. The oval-shaped structure with a narrower entrance for fish has been passed on to the current set net. Then, set nets were drastically improved in the early 20th century. The stopper net, called kaishirami, with a narrower end prevents fish from escaping easily. An ascending slope net, called noboriami, leads fish near the sea bottom into the main net. That's why fish can easily enter the net, but find it more difficult to exit. This is called an etchu-type trap net, otoshiami, and it is for yellowtail, and it has become now widely used in Japan. However, as the entrance of the net is always open, 70% of the fish that enter the net escape. So, unlike in purse seine, all fish are not caught. This is the way of set net fishing in Himi. That's why it is called sustainable fishing. Set net fishing in Himi has the following 5 distinct features. First, it is a large-scale operation and set nets are densely installed. 29 set nets, from small to large, are installed along the coast of Himi. Second, most of the fish in Himi are harvested by set net fishing. Third, thanks to migrant fishermen, Himi's way of fishing has spread throughout Japan. Fishermen in Himi have made international contributions by offering technical training. Fourth, fresh fish are landed due to the closeness to the seaport of the set nets, 20 minutes. Fifth, many local restaurants and hotels offer dishes using freshly caught fish, which promotes local production for local consumption. Set net fishing promotes local employment, food culture and development, as well as the connection between coastal and agricultural villages. Set net fishing is an essential part of Himi. Set net fishermen in Himi cherish not only the sea, but also the mountains and farmland. Mr. Koichi Takano, leader of Nadaura Set Net Fisheries Cooperative, which owns 5 large set nets, tells us about the living of fishermen in Himi. Since I was born, I have lived in Odzakai district that faces the sea in the north of Himi City. In Odzakai district, all residents pay money to jointly operate set net fishing. In Odzakai district, there is little flat land and most of the mountains have long been designated as fish breeding forests. Fish breeding forests in Himi city account for 97% of those in Toyama prefecture. Fish tend to prefer dark places so that they can hide. As the sun sets, the shadows of mountains close to the coast stretch out to the sea. These shadows attract fish. Fish move closer to land and enter the set nets. Namely, fish breeding forests are an operation involving guiding fish to the nets using mountain shadows. The protection of fish breeding forests means the protection of the environment for fish. I think it ultimately leads to the protection of the human environment. As the work of fishermen ends in the morning, we do farming after returning from the sea. We live on half farming and half fishing. In set net fishing, we catch different fish in each of the 4 seasons. This is the same with farmers producing different crops every year. The set net fishing grounds are farmlands in the sea for fishermen. In Himi, the people related to fishing are active in planting trees in the mountains. The citizens volunteer activities in beach cleaning, fishing experience for high school students, children releasing juvenile fish. Many people are engaged in activities related to the sea. Furthermore, Himi has been promoting set net fishing technology outside Japan, such as Costa Rica, Thailand, and Indonesia, and accepting international technical trainees. Mr. Tadashi Hamaya of Himi Fisheries Cooperative has taken the initiative in international cooperation. Even though the countries are different, we are the same fishermen, so we can communicate with each other while catching fish. A sense of fellowship was developed, and various groups over their work together to form a fishermen's organization. Forming a fishermen's organization paved the way to the management of fishery resources. The local government thought highly of it and requested our continuous support. Himi has so far accepted a total of 449 technical trainees from 71 countries. Lastly, we introduce a challenge taken up made by a fish wholesaler founded in the Edo period. To promote 6th sector industrialization and newly connect the land and sea resources, the fish wholesaler launched a vineyard and winery. This is quite a unique initiative. We have been a fish wholesaler in Himi since the Edo period. But our president suddenly said to me, "We will start a winery. So you go and get training." So I had training at a winery in Niigata Prefecture for 1 year. When I came back 1 year later, our president showed me the site for the vineyard. It was completely abandoned farmland. We had to start with reclaiming the soil before farming could start. Adding crushed oyster shells to the soil improves drainage. Using our connections as a fish wholesaler, we obtained dozens of kilograms of oyster shells and mixed them with the soil. We were amateur wine farmers and knew nothing about agricultural taboos. So we did everything that we thought would be good. We harvested the first grapes 3 years after planting grape trees. We were thrilled with joy. As a winery in Himi, a town of fish, we are working on producing wines that go with fish dishes. We now have 16,000 grape trees planted in the approximately 8 hectares of land. We produce around 25,000 bottles of wine annually. Last year and this year we improved the vacant land and abandoned paddy fields in the mid-mountain areas and planted grape trees for wine making. We use agricultural chemicals as little as possible to grow grape trees while following the guidance of the prefecture. As we are related to fishing, we are engaged in wine production while being aware of making a better ocean environment. With newly added connection between the coastal and agricultural areas, Himi's sustainable set net fishing has been progressing little by little. While protecting this system and marine resources, we commit ourselves to passing on set net fishing to the next generation.